What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It is the 5th of July today, officially. 23 hours, 48 minutes left in the day. It's a brand new day here. We did move down about 3.8% yesterday, which, in correspondence with Bitcoin moving down like 1.4%, I suppose is really not that bad. It's the weekend, not a whole lot of volume being had. Yesterday, it was a Friday, to be fair, but we typically don't see a lot of volume or movement on holidays, typically. Though I suppose a 1% move is a little bit of a movement for Bitcoin there. Here we are, 1.4 cents now, 23 hours, 48 minutes left in the day. Looking like we're ready to break out any minute now, you guys. Any freaking minute now, it's going to happen. Probably, I shouldn't say any minute now, any day now. Probably not today or tomorrow, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you name it, any of those days we're going to break out. It's possible we can move up over the weekend. OnyxCoin has, seen significant days on the weekend before. Here we moved down 10% on a Sunday. On Saturday here we moved up 7%. This day back here, was that a weekend day? No, it wasn't. But this was. On Sunday we dropped 12%. I guess we're more likely to dump over the weekend, aren't we? Oh, there you go. There's a Sunday that pumped 12% right there. Anyways, I'm just saying big things can happen on the weekend for OnyxCoin. Typically, Bitcoin doesn't really see big things happen on the weekend, but OnyxCoin has in its past. Although now that I'm looking at this here, it looks like Thursdays and Wednesdays seem to be big days, you guys. Look at this. Check this out. This doesn't mean it has to happen, but just look at this, right? Big day there, that was a Wednesday. Big day there, that was a Thursday. Big day here, this was a Tuesday. This was a Wednesday, right? Big day here, that was a Thursday. That was a Thursday. So Thursdays, Wednesdays. This day here, Monday. Maybe it's shifting, I don't know. Or we just haven't had a very bullish day in a little while. So maybe this Wednesday, it's the 4th on Friday, so the 5th Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5. So on the 9th, is that what it is? 1.38 cents right now. On the 9th of July, we ride, or earlier, or later, whatever. It doesn't really matter. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, looking at it here, we've actually just crossed up, which is nice to see on the MACD. Just crossed up. Typically, not always, but typically when you get a cross, you continue to move up. But there are times where, you get one little cross and then you continue to drop. You get one little cross and then you continue to drop a little bit more. Although that little cross, we actually did continue to move up like 4 hours after that, so in all fairness. Typically, though, whenever you cross upwards, you get several hours of growth, not just 1 hour of growth. So the fact that we are kind of neutral down here, moving down, and if we look at this on a 4 hour time frame, we take our relative low to high. Relative low to high here. We're at the golden ratio zone. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we move up from here, you guys. That very well could have been our low. We're right in the range that we were looking for. Stochastics are looking good. RSI just broke out of its downtrend, right? You can see it clear as day here. If we were to kind of connect the dots down, it's like you actually broke out and you back tested this for support. Or if you want to like connect it to this high up here, we've broken out of it, whatever. We're definitely in a good position to continue higher. Bouncing off the 40, if we can get this day to start off green and moving higher, I think that'd be really productive, actually. And the stochastics look ready to go, too. Let's see. 4 hour time frame would be next. 4 hour time frame looks nice, you guys. That's bullish divergence there. Hey, that's a good look right there, guys. Higher lows right there, bullish divergence off the oversold zone, and we have lower lows hit here with decaying volume, right? If we're on CoinMarketCap, XCN, not X.com, sorry. XCN's volume was just abysmal. Nothing. Insignificant. We had a downward day yesterday. Nothing. No, and the thing is, too, it's funny, right? And I know I was talking a little bit of smack. I'm not trying to talk too much smack in this video. I want to keep it more to TA, but people will say things like, XCN has nothing going for it. Nothing you say is true. You have nothing to back up what you're saying. But no, you guys got nothing to back up what you're saying. Literally, we moved down. Every time we've moved down, we've pointed this out, we have less than 4% volume on the days that we've moved down ever since what is it? How long has it been? Since like June. All of June, every move down that we had was insignificant volume. Every move up that we get is significant volume. That means there's not a lot of, like just thinking about it, right? Not a lot of interest to sell, but there's a lot of interest to buy. If you're getting more than 10% volume basically on every single day that we pumped, or at least double the volume that we see here on a percentage basis when we pump, if not quadruple that or more, and then we only get this when we sell, like you got nothing going for you. If you're bearish, you literally got nothing going for you because there's no other than the fact that we're at the lows. Like this is actually bullish, you guys. It's actually very, very bullish. And we are turning the tide a little bit here. You can see that we've got a nice little rounded bottom coming out here, and that's a good look. That's called a saucer pattern, a frying pan, rounded bottom, whatever you want to call it. It's all bullish. It's all very bullish stuff. And especially after this reaction, you guys, we're gonna break super hard. Somebody said we broke out of our downtrend to the downside. I don't think we have. Like, we kind of did, right? But we broke back into it. We were hoping for a fake out reaction, but we're still well within this trend. No, we did not. I don't know what you think we broke out of, whoever said that, but I mean, we kind of did here. But if you think that means that we have to go to zero, I would contest that. I would say, I don't know. Let's see if we can find an example of that here. I mean, let's see. That's probably not a good example, actually. Here, yeah? You broke out of your trend here, you went down, and you still went higher right afterwards. You know? Here, you broke out of your downtrend, and you still went lower. You know, that's these diagonal lines. If you think you know what you're talking about, and you're drawing diagonal lines to validate that, it's not going to help, right? I'm only drawing these because someone said we broke out of the downtrend. The whole point that we just got to is that doesn't matter, and we haven't actually. I don't know what time frame you're looking at if that's the case, but let's look at the daily time frame here. Maybe the 4 hour. Was that what we were on? Stochastics look pointed and ready to get out of the oversold zone, which would be bullish, but until it's actually out of the oversold zone, remain reserved, I suppose, right? It could be a boring weekend. We can definitely stay in the oversold zone until we're out of it. When we get out of it, that's when it's cause to celebrate, because typically you will go right to the overbought zone whenever you get out of the oversold zone, typically. Okay, but on the 4 hour time frame, it's less reliable. I like this bullish divergence. That to me is the significant thing right there, which helps validate this as a low, especially because we're also at that golden ratio, roughly speaking. MACD looks bearish, if we're being honest. So, I mean, we could go a little bit lower, but 2 out of 3 look bullish. The MACD, not so much, but that's okay. The MACD is a lagging indicator anyways. On the daily time frame, I don't necessarily like the MACD, but that's okay. Understand, if we do go lower, even if we go lower than that low, we probably wouldn't go below this low, though. Let's see. If we do go lower, what? 1.36 cents, 1.28 cents at the lowest, and then we get a little pip on the downside for the MACD. The stochastics would agree with the price going down, and the RSI, I wouldn't say it would agree with the price going down, but I don't know if it would contest it, right? If we're trying to draw this downtrend here, you actually broke back into this trend, in all fairness, so we could go lower. You've broken out of your uptrend. You've broken out of this. Absolutely you have, actually. So with that being said, maybe there is reason, causality to go a little bit lower, but what, bounce off the 40, bounce off the 30, 35 area. We like to find support in this area and resistance right in this area, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just went a little bit lower. Nothing crazy. It's the weekend. Don't get overzealous, okay? And if we pump, same thing, because it's just the weekend, right? But I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. 1.39 cents now. Let's look at OnyxCoin and see if there's shout out to Swiftcoin. Let's see if put in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Let's see. By the way, shout out to Ross Ulbricht, man. 11th Independence Day in prison. That's crazy. First time he's been out of prison in 11 years for Independence Day. All because he created the world's first free marketplace, truly free marketplace whenever it came to cryptocurrency. And yes, there were a bunch of degenerate behavior that was taking place on there, but still, shout out to Ross. He's just a legend, man. An effing legend. Absolutely he is. XCN, OnyxCoin. Let's see. Maybe it's Onyx. Onyx DAO. I'm surprised he didn't get pardoned in Trump's first term. That's something that I thought was going to happen then. And then Biden got into office. I'm like, he's sitting for another 4 years. Ain't no way. That guy did nothing productive. This is the last post in the thread. What's the last post in the thread? Okay. Oh, okay. To ratify the Goliath white paper. Yes. Nothing new and exciting. I'm just wasting everybody's time at this point, so I'll probably end the video there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We will be going higher in a matter of no time at all. Just be patient, you guys. Be patient. We're almost there. I mean, I think it's very obvious who's in charge here, right? It's definitely not the bears, it's the bulls. Just buy and hold and buy some more, and if you can't buy some more, just hold some more. Definitely don't sell. We're at the low points, guys. We are at the low points. All right, take it easy. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.